Welcome back, all you OGs out there. Whether you're an online gamer, an original gangster, or just an old geezer like me, this is Yuli 1961 for Old Gamers Never Die, and we are once again in Atlas. I want to make sure that I follow up on the video that I made a while back on a farming sloop, how to use a ramshackle sloop to get started in the game and get there going. And what I want to do today is I want to build a schooner that's going to be a multi-purpose farming, exploratory, whatever you want to call it, because I got to get off this island. I mean, it's a cool island. It's got the skull place, and I got my little base here for the live single player playthrough, but there's very little resources here. There's not a whole lot to get to. I've tried to get a bear. I went across over to that island over there to the, well, behind me, and yeah, it's not a lot there either. There's a couple bears. I saw them, but they're not very high level, and they really didn't, you know, there's no honey. It's just not a good place. I want to get out and start exploring. So to do that, I'm going to have to get off of the grid that I'm on right now. And I'd like to have a boat that I can get around on. This tramp freighter is just not it. And my little ramshackle sloop that I got here on is not it either. Because I really want to have something I can defend myself against the ships of the damned and the whales and whoever knows what else I'm going to come across. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to build a schooner today. I'm going to show you how to do it from start to finish. This is a PvE build. It is not a PvP build. So, you know, if you're going to leave a comment that says this boat would never survive in PvP and it's too slow, and you're right. I know. I'm not playing PvP. I don't like to play PvP. If that's what you like to do, more power to you. But this is a PvE build that will get you through single player, and it'll also get you through on the PvE official servers. I'm going to build this without clipping, without any of that stuff turned off. So what I'm building here is something you can build on official. Just have to follow the process that I'm using here. Okay, so let's get started. All right, this is the box. I've been collecting resources, and I put together everything I think I'm going to need to go on this trip. And you know, just in case you see it in the background, there's what we're building right there. I had to build it a couple times to get the process down, just to make sure I did it right. And yeah, I screwed up a couple videos, but hey, this is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna get it done, and we're gonna get it done right. Okay, so I've got in my box pretty much everything I need. You're gonna need 2 decks. You're gonna need about 28 planks, and I've got the cannon windows in mine. I'm not gonna fill it with cannons right now because it's just be too heavy. But I want to have that option later whenever I want to have it. I've got enough to have a few extra planks in case I need them while I'm out, you know, fighting bad guys and stuff. I've got some walls. I've got some ceiling tiles, and I've got some slope roofs and a door and some other stuff that'll go in here. And, you know, a few things to take with us on our adventure. We're going to get off this island in the next stream. I promise you. Okay, so here we're going to go. We're going to get started with just the basics. We're going to start with the deck, and we're going to start with some ceiling tiles, okay? But first, we're going to have to put our ribbing up, right? Cribbing, yeah, the thing that you do when you're going to make a boat. Okay, so I've already preloaded the resources into the shipyard so that I can make a schooner, and you're going to need 400 fibers, 332 fibers, 42 metal, 540 thatch, and 390 wood to be able to craft this cribbing and the bones of the boat, right? Now, you also have to have the small shipyard, and that's going to take, you know, some resources to build too, but we built this in the live stream already. So this is already here. So let's get this already started. We're going to go into here, and we're going to do that. And there we go. We've got our cribbing, and we've got our framework for our schooner. Okay, first thing we got to do is we're going to put this decking in. Oops, chicken was killed by a bull. Sorry, chicken. Yeah, when I get extra chickens, I put them on aggressive and send them out into the world to make their you know, make their way in the world. So I like to put the bottom deck on first. It really doesn't matter. You got 2 decks. One's pretty much filled in, and one is not. Now, up until the time you put the skin on this boat, you can go in and out of the ribbing like that. Right, so we're not too tied down to anything right yet. But what I do want to do as I'm putting the ceilings in is at least have one roof piece so I can get back out of here. Because I don't want to get stuck in there. All right, here we go. We're going to put down, basically going to fill this whole thing in. Now, you may have a different build. You may like to do it differently. This is kind of one that I don't say perfected over the years, but it just seems like it works well for pretty much anything I want to do. I can go out whaling. I can go out farming ships of the damned. Whaling pieces. Shift, drags half. I can go farm the ships. I can do the dives without the diving platform, so you don't need to have that to go do diving. But if that makes you more comfortable, you can put one of those on here. You can put cargo racks on it to make sure you've got lots of room. Okay, so we're all filled in, and we have this one hole in the back. And the reason I leave this in here so that I have a way to get downstairs. And I do it all the way in the back because if I do it this way, I'm trying to maximize the amount of space I've got for all the other stuff I want to put in here. I can put one roof piece, if I can get to snap. Come on. There, that's where I want it. I want to go all the way back on that little lip there. And see, I got plenty of room to get down here. Okay, so now we've got our deck in. We've got our little hole and stairway down to the next level. I don't like to use stairs unless I absolutely have to, because they're a little bit weird. I mean, they make you bobble. You basically take every this is too much weight. Let's get rid of some of, we'll get rid of these ramps. So we need some walls here because we're going to do some construction. Yeah, so I like to use the ramps because or the ceiling roof pieces, so that I can just kind of run up and down them without kind of bump each one, because that's just annoying. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a back on. Now, when we build this boat and we put the skin on it, there's going to be a emergency ladder. Remember, all boats have an emergency ladder on the back, and we want to make sure we don't block that ladder so we can get up and down. And I'm going to refer to that several times as we go through this build. But very start, you don't want to block that thing. Okay, so here we go. We got one piece. We're going to match it to that incline right there. I like to build so I have the pretty side looking in. On PC, I just hit E and it flips it. Boom, there it is. I start here because if I start over here, they place inside, if that makes sense. They're like one layer in, and they don't line up. So I try to put that one down first, and then I can get my stuff to clip to it. Let's do that. Let's make sure. Look, this is not working the way I want it to. Q. There we go. There's backed into it. There. That's the one I want. Did I get it? Oh, I flipped it around. Darn it. Pick it up. Okay. It's not a perfect process. And, you know, for those who've watched me before, I do organic builds, which means sometimes they look like crap. But, you know, sometimes they work out. Okay, here we go. And so we got 3 across, and we're going to go 3 out. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to transform this to a triangle piece. That didn't place right. I don't like that. Let's do it right, Yules. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, if you can make it that way, no. Let's try this one. Maybe that'll work. Q. Nope. This one. Just not one to quite do right. There it goes. Maybe. Let's try. Yeah, that's close enough. Okay, so then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Right there. Boom. Okay, we got all this stuff. Pretty simple, right? It's not a difficult design. Okay, now we're gonna go and we're going to get some more roof pieces. Because we're going to start making our access points. We're going to need that as we go through. Oh, we're going to need... Okay, so we're going to put one here. And we're going to put one here. And then in the center, we're going to transform it to... There, doorway. Boom. And now over here, I'm going to go up one more. Okay, over here we're not going to do Now, the next thing we're going to need is some more ceiling pieces. Put these in here for now, and we'll bring ceiling pieces over. I'll get some weight off. All right, that should be able to move around right now. And here we go. We're going to go up here, just to this level here, and we're going to put in some ceiling pieces across here. Okay, and we're going to leave this open for right now. Then we're going to put in some walls, right? And the way this is going to work is I'm going to have one like that, one that, and then another right there. Okay, see that? Like, pretty simple, right? Okay, and then you'll see it fits right in here, right? Come on. Here, and then one full wall, and then one here. Pretty. Now, the reason I said don't fill this in is because we're going to be a little bit more creative around that. Okay, so there we go. We have the makings of our first deck. Now, I'm going to put one ceiling tile. I'm going to convert it to a triangle because I like it. I like it to sit out like that. And then we'll put a door in right there. So we've got our access point to our cabin and nobody else can get in there. Okay? Now, right here, we're going to put up a half wall. And then once we put that half wall in, we put a doorway here. And triangle wall here. Go in there. I don't want to go that way. That's right one. There. Right. Yay! Okay. And up here, we're going to come across here with some more ceiling tiles. Okay, so you see what we got here. We've got a little room right here for stuff. Our wheel is going to go right here. So we've got a nice unobstructed view of what's going on. We've got some protection over here. And now what we're going to do here is, since we have this half wall here, we can come across ceiling pieces this level. Yeah. Oops. I got carried away. Take those off. Sorry. Sorry. All right, so we got this level here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a half stair up. And now we're going to put our roof piece here. We're going to convert it to a half stair. Since we have that there, we can go up here. And now we can go out a little bit further with our ceiling tiles. We can go out this far. See, we're too far out. We don't want to be out that far. So what we want to do is, if you go out on this one and you just do the triangle pieces, it won't interfere with your ladder, because you got it's just a little bit shorter. And when we put the skin on, you'll see That works out. Okay, so now we have all this stuff going on. We're going to put in a wall here. Half wall there. Half wall there. Half wall there. Half wall there. There. And then some railings all the way down. That just keeps me from running off the side of my ship. You don't have to put these rails here. I think it makes it look a little bit more cohesive. But yeah, it's up to you. You do what it's your boat. You do how you want to. All right, so then I can come over here, put in a full wall. That. Now I can come up here and put in ceiling there and another half step. Right there. Okay. Looking good. So we come up, and then we're going to go like build one more platform. Okay. Now we're going to put in our piece there, piece there, piece there, piece there, piece there. And then we have their little handy coming up spot right here. Up spot, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now, we're going to have cannons up here too. We want to give them some protection. So we're going to put some fins on this sucker. There we go. Come on, go right there. And I want this one to go there, and I want that one to go there. Right? So there's our fins. Now, I like to have a way to take care of whales when I'm out. So I want to make sure I've got that taken care of. Well, one way to do that is I can put up a wall here. And that's a full wall. It covers up my little gap there, and it comes up here. And now I can put on some more roof pieces. One more layer. Now get over here. I can't put them in there that way. But then we're going to use our little trick again. The triangle roof pieces will go. Bend it around like that. And then we'll convert it back to a square. Now you can do a catwalk on the back, and if you've watched some of Firespark 81's videos, which is kind of the inspiration for this boat, he uses catwalks, but if I wrap it around with these triangles, the square works really good. And now we're done. Not really. We're not done. We're not done. But we've got the basics here, right? So we're going to have cannons here, and we'll be able to go out one more level with that. This last level, we want to make sure we're using triangle pieces because they're just a little bit shorter. Okay, we got that all in. All right, and now let's see if we can do it. Might have to pull that one back up. We'll see if it'll clip. There it goes. There we go. You just got to watch because it's going to try to clip to, the different points. Just make sure you put it on there. Yeah, so it's gonna have a little bit of spoiler on this side. It's okay. It's all right. It's our ship. We can make it look however we want to. Okay, we got that done. Everything is cool here. Everything is cool here. So we're gonna have 4 cannons that are gonna be here, and then we're going to have 6 cannons that are gonna be here, and then we're gonna have 3 ballistas that are going to go up here. And they're all facing out the back of the boat. And that basically makes this a shotgun, right? I mean, any of the ships of the dam that you come up on, you can kite behind you and you can kill using even the sloop with cannons in the back. You just have to have a lot of cannonballs and you have to take some time because you're only going to get about 3 or 4 cannons back there. You're going to be very good at dodging. This boat's going to have a little bit more armor on it, and it will last a little bit longer in a fight, but it will also give us some protection out here. Okay? So let's get her started. We're going to put some armor on here. And the easiest way to do it is come right off the bottom there. Come on. Off right. There's a lot of snap points on this boat right now. So you gotta kind of fiddle with it a little bit. But we want it to come off this piece here. Here. That's where we want it. And then we want one here. And then we want one transformed into corner there. And then we're going to transform in the corner up here. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, right below it. And we'll transform back to it. Ceiling piece. Not the ramp. Roof piece. Bring it down. You want it to clip on that one right there. That's the one we want. And corner there. Come on. There. And a corner here. And this one we're going to wrap all the way inside. You can't do this once you put the skin on. So you need to do this part before you put the skin on, or else it won't go inside there. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to have to get this to clip, right? So we got to get click. There it goes. Oh, I did it for a minute. There. That's what we want. We'll put one there. And then we're going to transform to the corner. There. And that corner. Here. And then we're going to do roof piece again. Once again, it's not going to fit there, so you got to clip it inside right there. Oh, more roof pieces. It's going to look like a pagoda. Now you can go crazy with this and put, if you're really careful how you place them, you can put them all, down another layer if you kind of start inside the boat and start building your armor. The problem is it gets really heavy really fast. Now I could box in this top too, but you'll see. Let's go up here and I'll show you why I don't do that, because you're going to want to have some room for your cannons, and if you box all this stuff in, like if you did another layer right there, see I'm basically taking up all my space, so you don't want to do that. We're going to put another wall in here, but we're going to fill this in so you won't, it won't look so janky. This is where I messed up. Let's go here. Look, this is, yeah, I messed up. Take this up. We're going to take that up. And hopefully this is going to work. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it did. Look at that. We want to put a solid wall there. And a corner piece. This is why I want to do this before trying to... Try the other one, maybe it'll work better. Like I said, it's an adventure every time I do. Sometimes if you look, oh man, it's really not going to want to do it. Okay, well we'll do this. We'll take this off. There. Now it should go in place. See, I told you it's an adventure every time building something. You just never know what's going to happen. We're going to take those off. For now. Oh, that's right. Got to take this off. I love it. Don't you love building? It's like, yeah, you can have it there, but no, I don't believe I want you to have it there. There. Now we can put in, maybe. I left them down there. Okay, so let's go back and get our floor pieces and fix our screw up. If you can't have fun building, then, and laugh at your mistakes, then, I can't help you. because that's pretty much what I do. All right, so we got our boat built. We've got our levels. We're going to put this in here and fix this piece. There. There. All pretty now. Okay, so not one, but dose walls up there. And now we're going to be a little bit screwed up over here because we have this gap. And that's easy enough to fix because we're going to put in a half level. Because that's what we should have done. Okay. We'll do the same thing on this side, and we're good. All nice and tight. Except for right here, right? You got this gap right here. Now, you could go and put in half walls up here. And make it all tied in and have a little bit of extra headroom back here if you wanted to. But what I usually do is just do the same thing that we did on the top decks. And that is go back here to your ceiling pieces and you can just fill them in just like that. Okay, so we got everything filled in, looking good. A little bit of a gap here. That's okay because we got to be able to get our ladder right, and we got some places to store things. So we've got a little spot right under here for some storage. We've got a place in here for some storage, and I like to leave the door off of here because if you're going through an area and you run into some mermaids and they start dragging you off the back of your ship, you can duck in here. This is my mermaid avoider place. All right, so let's get some stuff on here. Now we're gonna need these back out. We're gonna need a ship's box. We're gonna need a bed. We're gonna need a wheel, and we're gonna need a couple sails. And a lot of this stuff is just kind of, your preference. I like to have a storage box and bags, so we're gonna decorate just a little bit, and then we'll get to the nitty gritty here. Okay, so I have room in here. I can put in, and this is what I like to do. I like to put my bed right here, and the reason why is you can walk through your bed. Makes it real handy when you're trying to get up and down over here because you've got this way over on this side you've got room to walk up and down, right? And then over here, I'll usually put my food lauder and my bookcase and my ship's box. So we'll put the ship's box right here because, we got to have that or else our people will mutiny and run away, and we don't want that to happen. All right, so that's there. I can get a little bit closer, pick up. One thing you can do is you can go into K mode. And inside is a little bit dicey, but sometimes you can see kind of where you're going to be putting stuff. Get it closer to where you want it. And then that's a little bit better, I think. Yeah, good. Okay, and we'll put our door on because I've been carrying it around and I want to get it out of my inventory. There's that. We're going to go up here. We're going to put our box in here. It won't go right there because, you got stairs there, but it'll go right here. Again, another reason why I don't like to put doors on here because it gets really tight with this box in here. But it's a good place to have, you can dump your stuff off. If you're going to go free diving, you don't want to have your good stuff on, you dump it in there. And then we can put our little bag of holding over here. Boom. Right there. For our important things that need to be preserved. And, our ship's wheel. We need that. Let's make sure that's on here. Alright, what's going on? Why is it not? There we go. There we go. I was just too... You just got to fiddle it a little bit. Since it's a triangle piece, it kind of wants... It's weird because, like, back here, it's got to be right in the center to go. And then you can kind of just push it out some. cheat it out some, and then there you go. And you can get on here and you can see everything, and everything's wonderful, right? All right, now let's go get some more goodies. Just to deck our ship out the right way, we're going to make sure we've got some sails on it, because that's important. You're not going anywhere without these sails. You can put a large sail and a small sail on a schooner. Did you know that? You just got to worry about how you're going to place them, because you don't want to place the large sail so close back here that you can't get in and out of this door. So what you're going to need to do, or what I try to do, is I'm going to take the small sail and I'll put it down first. And I like a speed sail on the front, the small speed sail, because it gives me a little bit of oomph, right? But I really like the handling sails. And if y'all have seen other videos that I've done, you've heard me say that. I've heard people say put a weight sail on, and maybe that'll help you out with some stuff, because this boat gets heavy. I mean, it's got a lot of cannons on it when we get done. But I still like the maneuverability of the handling sail. So I like one large handling sail and one small speed sail. That gets me in and out of trouble pretty fast when I need to get out of trouble, which seems to be a lot. Okay, now we're going to go and we're going to put in some of our other accoutrements. Accoutrement. We're going to put in, let's do cannons. As we said, we're going to put those on there, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Ooh, I'm heavy. Let's put some stuff back. I don't need everything all at once. Everywhere. Can I move now? I can move now. Yeah. All right. So, first row of cannons is going to go in this little cubby hole right here. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to go one right here, as close as we can get it to the side, and as straight as we can get it. And then if you hit K, you can make sure it's coming to the front of the boat. Back it up a little bit, and now I can kind of ease up so it's on the edge and set it down. Okay, got that one done. Now come back out of K mode, we'll go to the next one. And if you line it up so that the wheels are pretty much touching, you're going to have them pretty close to where they need to be. Check it with K. Wiggle it around some. So that's pretty straight. I'll do that. All right, now, don't go side to side. Come back around here, hit K, and we're going to go over to the other side. All the way. You can do something like kind of try to frog leap the cannons over the ladder spot. K thing again. Get up some. Go. And I'm using medium cannons because I like the medium cannons. Okay? Do me. I think you track better, to be honest, because they have a little bit of range of motion side to side, not just up and down. And one more cannon. Okay. A little bit over. Boom. Okay, now I got my cannons on the back. I can shoot at the back and give, ships of the damned a nice little surprise. You know what we didn't do? We haven't put our skins on yet. We can do that now. We have all this stuff built. All of our armor is on. Everything's cool. It's where it needs to be. So now we can go ahead and put on the skins. We'll put our planks on. We'll grab all our planks, and it's going to make me really heavy. I don't know if I can get down here. Probably not. Let's try it. Nope. Let's do this. We're going to put on our gun ports first. And you'll get an idea of how this thing is going to look. Now, like I said, I'm not going to put guns in here yet. But if I start like this, and I'm going to need five on each side, that's all that'll go on here. So you'll have a total of 10 gun ports, 10 more cannons, whenever you want to put them on here as broadsiders. Okay, so we got those in. And I've got an extra because, you know, if I take a hit and I lose a plank, I can repair it with a regular plank, but then I lose my functionality as a gun port. So I like to keep a few extra gun ports on, and then I also like to keep some extra planks on. So we've got a few extra planks. The total planks you're going to need for this boat is 28. And for those who want to put gun ports on, 10 of those are going to be gun ports. The rest of it we just fill in. You got to be careful you don't, you know, overdo your gun port and, and blow it up. That would be unfortunate. You know, they're expensive. It takes a while to get all the parts and resources to make this stuff. Especially when you're playing solo. And if you haven't boosted your rates way up and all that kind of good stuff, it takes a while. And if you're playing on official, you know, the rates are going to be what they're going to be, whatever they, sometimes they're boosted, sometimes they're not. Okay, so look, see how everything just kind of laid right out? And you see the little chevron in the center there? Let's see if I can get a pointer out. This little chevron thing, that's where the ladder's going to come out, so I can still get straight up there. I'll bump my head a little bit on there, and if you've got a particularly tall character, you may have to make some modifications for that last row. But you'll have some room up there, so we'll get there and I'll show you. We don't need to carry a axe out. All right, so let's get some more cannons and we'll put those on there because that's exciting stuff. Don't have enough of all, but I can take some. Yeah, it takes so long, you know. I'll show you a trick. If you haven't learned this trick, if you're just starting to play this game and you're overweight, I don't know how you would do it on Xbox. I can't tell you how to do it on Xbox. But if you ready up, hit R like you're gonna throw a punch, and on PC, if you kind of rock your wheel back and forth on your mouse, you'll lunge, and it just helps get you there a little bit quicker. At least it feels a little bit quicker. You don't lunge through a doorway or up steps. It doesn't really work. But if you're on a flat spot, it will, and you just rock it back and forth, and you can lunge. Do it in. So you don't really go anywhere if you do it on an incline. But that's okay, because we're almost to the top here. Look at that. And we're going to put our cannons down. And we're going to start here. We're going to go on the edge, like we did downstairs, but we're going to go right here, as far over as we can get them, because we want to get max amount of cannons. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Got a little bit more room to move now, so I can kind of have some bit better visual. There, see, I've got all this space, so I could actually, and let's do it in a K mode. Pick this thing up before it expires. Pick up cannon. I don't have to put this all the way on the end. I just have to have enough room to get my people into the driver's seat, as it were. So you can come back almost. See, you can come back pretty far. And if we lose that that layer up there because we've got, you know, some issues with getting up because I've got a particularly tall character, then you might want to do that. Okay, so we're gonna put this guy down here, and then I'm gonna move over a little bit, and I'm gonna put the next one down. You can place them in K mode too. It helps you get things straight. I'm going to place them pretty close. I probably should have placed that one a little bit closer. And two more. One more. Okay. All we need is 6 people to shoot them. And see, I can get on, everything's cool, I can aim it, I can do whatever I want to, and so can the crew people. Off there. I leave this open because it's a good place for storage, and sometimes if you do get bound up because you got people on these things, you're trying to repair them, you can duck down and slide out the back without too much of a problem. Okay, ballistas next, because we're decking this sucker out. Where's my ballistas? 3 of those. And let's go ahead and get an ammo box, because I got this in the treasure video that we did a while back. Might as well put it on the boat. I got a lot of cool stuff. We're gonna deck it all out. Trust me. And this is the way I do it. You can do it different. It's your boat. Do it how you want to. I like to put my ammo box right underneath here. It makes it nice and convenient when I go to put something in here. You could put it up here, over here, anywhere you want to. It's your boat. But if you put it over here, it's out of the way, and it's fairly easy to fill up, especially if you cheat it up a little bit. And then you can put some more storage boxes back here too, over in that area, if you need them. Again, it's just weight, so be careful with that. All right, so we got our ammo box in, we got this, we got our flag. We're getting there. Really cool. All right, so the other things you might want to have, especially if you've got a boat that you know what? We didn't put our ballistas up. Come on, mules. There are ballistas up here. And this is why I put this extra place back here, because you really need to have that extra room. Oops, wrong thing. Come on. Now, if you start placing them over here, you can end up having an issue with your ability to have some protection on that side. So I like to start as far over as I can get on here. Now you want to make sure, and we'll cheat this one up as far as we can get it. I can't see anything. Don't need to go up that far. Because the one thing you're going to have to understand back here is there's not a whole heck of a lot of protection. Oops, no, don't turn. There. Now what we want to make sure we can do, you man it. Okay, good. Now we'll go over here and we're going to put another one down right next to it. It may feel a little bit cramped, and you're like, how in the world are these going to get shot? But it works. They can shoot it. And then, actually, this is a little bit far back. Yeah, let's even it out. It really does help to use K mode. You just got to make sure you're, like, see, now I'm too close to it, so I won't place. So you got to kind of back away from it before you put it in K mode. And then you can line it up really nicely. Click it once, then you can kind of rotate a little bit and put it down. And now we're going to put the last ballista down. If I would actually do it. There we go. Select, please. There we go. I'm trying not to get right on the edge, because if I decide later I want to put a fin on that, to give you some protection, I want to be able to do that. Oh, and there we go. And can I mount that one? Yep. Mount this one. Probably should have checked that before now, but yeah, everything's good. So I can get people on all those, and I could even put another piece or two of this protective coating back here without running into any problems. That's a lot of armor. Armaments. Yeah. Those things. So now what's left, we're going to put in our stuff that we might want to have on a boat. I like to have, the basic necessities. a larder, you know, things like that. So we're going to go in there. We're going to put these in there. I've got my preference of where I like to keep these. You have complete flexibility to do whatever you want to. But this fits really nicely right here. Just don't put it too close where this clips through, because then you'll run into it every time you're going up and down steps. Just ease it back into this corner, and then it's pretty much out of the way, and it's handy in case you come in and you want to dump stuff off. All right, and then you got a little bit of room there. You want to put a campfire or something for cooking. And then I like to put my map boxes right here. We'll just one there, one there, and there. I put 3 in here because, I mean, you don't need 3. You can get by with 1 just to go hauling stuff. But I put 3 in here because I like to set up my bookshelves so that 1 is maps, 1 is blueprints, and 1 is music. And that way I've you know, I just dump maps in here, and, you know, whatever way I want to do it, and I've got it all taken care of. I can get to everything. I can get to my resource box. I can get all this stuff really easy. And I've still got some extra room right here if I want to put, you know, something else in there. I've also got all this room down here, which one day will be full of cannons. But in the meantime, if you want to have an explorer vessel that's got a tannery in here, you can put that down here. You got plenty of room for it. You could put a, you know, cook fire down here somewhere. Whatever you want to do with your boat, it's up to you. Entirely up to you. Okay. I feel like Bob Ross when I say stuff like that, but, you know, it's true. Your boat. Do the things you want to do. All right. Now, what else am I going to need? I'm going to go exploring, right? So I might want to have some supplies that I want to put down when I get there. So I'm bringing a shipyard wherever I go. If I decide I've found a place I want to stay, I can put the shipyard down, and I've got a place to work from. Same thing with a crew silo and warm clothes. I've got some good stuff in the treasure hunts on the last live stream, so we're going to put that in there. Also going to put a couple of saddles because I'm not bringing the tannery, and I don't have, you know, the ability to put. I mean, I could make one if I wanted to, but why not just bring one? Bring the stuff I'm going to need. If I go out and tame a bear, I'm going to need a tier 2. If I go out and tame a lion, I'm going to need a tier 3. So I can stick all this stuff up here in my little stowaway box. And that way, if I'm traveling and I'm in my skivvies and it starts getting cold, I can pretty quickly duck in here and get some warm clothes on. Now, I am going to want to carry some tames around with me. Odds are, at least 1 or 2, and a nice place to put this, if I can get down here, and it's going to turn dark. Perfect. But this will go all the way down here in the end, and you're good. It'll feed anything on your boat that's an animal, right? And you got your food loader up here that'll feed all the crew. You got your storage. I want to put some more storage boxes in there. I could do that. Like I said, it's all just weight. Right now, we're halfway to full. Now, this is a level 1 boat. It's not been leveled at all, but you can see pretty quickly when I go to put ammo, because we want to have cannonballs on here. You know, I don't need to spend all day hauling stuff. I'll take 100 at a time. That we can do it really fast. So I'm going to want to put ammo up here, and that's going to weigh some stuff. I've got my extra planks that I kind of want to keep up here, just in case I need them. I've got a mortar and pestle that I'm going to want to put in. Let's put that right here, so it's near my crafting stations. There, see, that fits right there really nicely. I might want to have some water. I might get thirsty out in the, you know, wilds of Atlas. So let's put a water barrel out here. Sometimes it's good to put it up, you know, like here, and then you can stand on it and throw your grapple hook out if you're a short guy like me. All the reach you can get. We're gonna open this thing up because it's not gonna collect any water if it's closed. Okay. What else do we need? We've got more ammo. We got ballista bolts because you know that's what you want to use for whales. Oops. Learn your way around the boat, Yules. I'm trying to hurry. I get feedback on some of my videos that I take too long to tell anything, and it's just me. I have a problem getting straight to the point. Ask anybody. Let's just do this trick. We'll run up here real quick. No, I mean, I like to tell stories. I like to get people, you know, involved in what we're doing. And so just saying, go here, put this in, drop this there, and put this tab in this slot. To me, it's boring. I want to be able to explain stuff to people. Why you do things. Okay, so we got 400 cannonballs. We got a bunch of ballistas. What else do we need? Oh, we need some resources, right? Because we got, you know, ship here. We're going to take this and that because we may need to repair our boat some. And let's go get some resources really quick. Things we're going to need metal. We're going to need wood. We're going to need stone. Not a lot of stone, but some. We're going to need some, ooh, not that much. We need some alloy to fix the cannons if they get broke. We don't really need that much stone. We're going to need some wood. Put that, right? We're going to need some thatch. We're going to need some fiber, too. Do I have fiber? I got a little bit of fiber. And we're going to need a little bit of metal. Ooh, it's going to be a heavy trip. Let's make a couple trips. Now, basically, all we need is a crew. And some people to man the cannons. And we are set. Now, good thing I'm on a Freeport Island, so I can go buy me some crew. I can get this thing all decked out and be ready to go exploring in the next live stream. So stay tuned. Come on back for the next live stream. We're going to go off the grid. We're going to go exploring outside of, where are we at? We are in C8. And if we want to get some really good stuff, we're going to have to get out of here. And I'm thinking we need to go towards F5. So we're going across the grid this way and see what we can come up with. And, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll even turn the pirates on and see what happens with those. Yeah, the single-player pirate experience is really dicey. Because a lot of times they mesh under the map and you can't get to them. So I've left them off so far. But, you know, the good thing about putting those on there is that there's more stuff to go out and, you know, attack and try to get some treasure with. We'll see. All right, well, we got our boat built. We're ready to roll. We're loaded up. We got ammo. We got supplies. I'll probably put some food on the boat before we start the stream next. And stay tuned because we're going to go exploring. Thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you learned something, if you found the video entertaining at all, please make sure to leave a like. It really helps me out with all the YouTuberisms out there. And, you know, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out and lets me know that people are watching the video and that you enjoy the content, because you know that's what it's all about. I really want to put something out there that people get something out of. If you're interested in coming out and checking things out, the Old Gamers Discord, the link is in the description below. Check out the Discord. We have servers open now, not only for Ark, which is where we kind of got started. Ark servers are up. We have a Verizon server up. We have now an Atlas group of servers. It's not big. It's a 4-grid map, but it's something that you can learn the game on. Or if you're a seasoned pro and you want to come out and help some folks out and teach some people how to play, come on out and, you know, maybe we'll expand it at some point. And we just started a 7 Days to Die server for Alpha 21 and see how that goes. So if you're looking to find some folks to play with, come on out. We're a good group of people. It's all PvE. It's all for fun. We just have a good time. And even if you don't like playing games, you can hang out in Discord and talk with folks and, trade recipes, talk about videos, talk about games, talk about anything you want to. We're out there, and there's usually somebody on because we got people all over the world that are part of the OG movement. Thank you again for coming out there. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. Sorry the videos have been kind of slow in coming. We're in a lot of flux right now because my wife and I are moving and trying to get a house ready to sell, and got a lot of stuff going on. But hopefully that's going to settle out in the next month or so, and I'll be able to be much more consistent with the content. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Y'all be safe. Take care. Be good to each other. And I'll see you next time. This is Yulie signing out.